Hey, welcome to the Backwoods Gourmet. Today I'm going to do a comparison on 3 major brands of lump charcoal, so stay tuned. So what I thought I would do today is save you guys some money in comparing all these different kind of charcoals. I spent almost $60 including the tax on just these 3 bags of charcoal. Now they are big bags, they're 20-pound bags. So let's go over real quick which ones we got. We got the B&B 100% lump charcoal with oak. Okay. We have the Cowboy 100% natural lump charcoal. This is pretty widely available throughout at least my area. The B&B's just now started to come into some of our other stores, and then over here we got the premium lump charcoal from Fogo, and that has real hardwood also. So how do they compare in price? So as always, the first thing we take into consideration is the price of the product. Okay, I know a lot of you guys are on a budget, can't necessarily afford the best thing there is out there, and you're looking for that thing that's the best thing you can afford. Okay, this Fogo charcoal right here, definitely the leader of the pack at $20 a bag, $19.99 at my local Ace Hardware for the Fogo. So what we're going to find out today is that little extra bit of money, is it worth it? All right, the second one was the Cowboy lump. I bought all these at the same retailer, which was Ace Hardware, our local franchise here, and the Cowboy lump was $16.99, and all these are 20-pound bags. Okay, the B&B charcoal over here, that was $17.99, so about $1 more than the Cowboy, but still, even at $16.99, that's like $3 cheaper a bag than the Fogo for the second. So the very next thing we're going to compare of all these 3 premium lump charcoals is the charcoals themselves. So I brought out just a couple of handfuls of what's on the top of the bag in each one of these bags. And first, starting out with the B&B. Okay, this is comparisonly, this is the size chunks of charcoal that were in the B&B. Some of these are fairly small, you know, like that. And I got, you know, one that's like a really long piece. Okay, but most of them look like inside the bag there that they're fairly consistent with that size structure. Okay, so that's what you can expect inside a B&B. Moving on, going to the Cowboy brand, 100% lump natural charcoal, and I've used this before in the past, and sometimes it's great and sometimes it's not. It's like dust in the bag. That's been my experience, but here hopefully they've improved their quality over the years because they've been around a number of years. So let's go and take a look at the size of the pieces in their charcoal, and their pieces are really large. I mean, that's like a whole piece of a limb right there. Okay, very big, and almost every chunk in there is like half the size of your hand. Okay, so very, very large chunks in the Cowboy brand. So moving on over to the Fogo. And I know a lot of barbecuers on YouTube are sold on this Fogo, but we'll find out. So let's go down and take a look at what I took out the same sampling right off the top of the bag. And I would say that their pieces are pretty much like, they're pretty consistent in size and weight. I didn't see as many small pieces in the Fogo as in the B&B. So just to recap, the Fogo size chunks are somewhere between the Cowboy and the B&B. So next thing we're going to do is going to check on, we're going to light all 3 of these and see how long it takes each one to get ready to grill. So today I'm going to use the exact same lighting procedure for every single chimney we do. And here I'm using 3 paper towels with 1 capful of regular vegetable oil poured over it. And I'm going to just hit it with my torch a couple of places. Make sure those paper towels get lit. And we'll time, see how long it takes for them to get ready. So after first attempt, I got really no response there. Just didn't catch. So we're gonna do it second time. All right, I'm calling it right there as ready. And there's the stopwatch right at 17 minutes. We had to go in there and light it for the second time. Okay. So there's your start time for the Fogo. So next we have half a chimney of our B&B charcoal. Same drill. 3 paper towels with a cap full of oil. Start the stopwatch. This is a B&B charcoal, lump charcoal, while lighting. Puts out a lot of sparks down at the bottom. Good news is I didn't have to do the lighting procedure twice, but a lot of fireworks going on there. So this charcoal is much more aggressive, especially in start times. I mean, it's taking hardly no time at all. 10 minutes to get that roaring flame. Alright, so last but not least, we have the Cowboy lump charcoal. I just poured out what was on the top of the bag. Just same thing. 3 paper towels with a little veg oil on them, and we'll see how long it takes that to get ready. So with this Cowboy lump, we got a little bit of popping and a few sparks coming out, but nothing like when we lit the B&B. The B&B was like fireworks. Now that may be due to the moisture content that's left inside of the charcoal. Could be, I mean, I've kept this all these 3 bags over here. All these 3 bags. I've been kept them in the air conditioning inside since I got them. And that's been like a couple weeks ago. So the Cowboy lump is going along pretty well. Just kind of starting a little uneven, but that's okay. That's probably just a factor of what got lit first. But it's going really well. And we're going to look at the stopwatch real quick. 7.5 minutes. So today we're going to do a little, not exactly low and slow, but we're not going to be making a raging fire either. We're going to do just stuff like you might want to do it at your grill. Let me grab some tongs here, spread those out. We're going to do, on each one of these kinds of charcoal, we're going to do the same thing. We're going to do a chicken thigh. And we're going to let that go for a little while. And with it, that's going to check our kind of a lower and slower deal. I'll try to get the Weber set up here for about 275 to 300. I have the bottom vents about halfway closed. And I'm going to, let's see if I can get around here without bumping the camera. I'm going to get the top vent on there. I'm going to put it on the opposite side from the fire, and I'm going to open it all the way. And then we'll see how easy it is to regulate heat with this particular charcoal. Alright guys, so hopefully we can get this cooking. I'm the blue dot. I'm right on the edge of a severe thunderstorm warning, and I was looking around and I noticed all of a sudden the wind started changing directions, and it was going to the east toward the beach, and now it turned around and it's coming. It was coming from the west going to the east. Now it's coming from the east and going to the west, and we may or may not get this cook in. Looking pretty bad. Okay, our temperature ran right on up there pretty quick. Ran right on up to about 325, so that is fine. I'm going to go ahead and put my chicken thigh right over here on the indirect side and get the lid back on, and then we can adjust it from there. So what I want to do now is I'm going to do this with all three of these charcoals. I'm going to go ahead and open my bottom vent up all the way, which is very close to that now, and see how fast that recovers down there, because that chicken thigh is done. And we're going to throw a burger up on there so we can see how well it does with that kind of a cook. So let's see how this Fogo does. So far I'm really liking it. It's very controllable in the Weber kettle grill. It really reacts well to the damper positions, and it does what you want it to do. So I'm liking that. I didn't have any issues controlling the temperature with this Fogo. Here's where we're going to give it a little flavor check and see what kind of wood flavor this Fogo charcoal imparted into that meat. Of course, this burger only cooked for a little time, but let's see if give it a little taste. That is delicious. Since it was only on there for a short time, can't tell the difference in that and cooked on a regular charcoal. Now this chicken was on there a little bit longer. So let's see if that picked up any flavor. It's really moist and juicy, I can tell you that. That did pick up just a hint of smoke. It's not overwhelming. I can't distinguish really what kind of smoke it is, but really good, really tame. But I really enjoyed the fact that it was very predictable. When I opened and either adjusted that air, your air vent on the bottom of your Weber kettle grill, it reacted just as I expected. I had no problems with it getting hot or burning out or any of that kind of thing. So overall, I was very impressed with how it cooked. Well, it's trying to settle in about 400. We're sheeting at 350. Sheeting for 350. Gonna go ahead and put that chicken breast over there indirect. No, chicken thigh, I'm sorry. And see if we can get this temperature under control. So as you can see, this B&B is run a lot hotter. We were able to maintain like 350 with the Fogo. I mean, that'll speed up our cook, which will probably be fine. But even with it choked down, I mean, I've got it really choked down almost to the last notch. Still running right at 400. And this grill here, if you follow me at all, you know that we've checked this thing on multiple times, and it's one of the very few Weber kettles temperature gauges that's accurate. We're gonna go ahead and take off our chicken and burger. This was cooked on the B&B charcoal. It did not take quite as long as the Fogo because I could not keep that temp down below 400. And you can see that coal is still going pretty strong. Alright, so let's go ahead and cut into these guys. That's our chicken thigh. It's cooked on the B&B charcoal. And then our burger. Try to do mine like medium. Let's give it a taste. It's actually got a little bit of crunch on the outside of it since it's cooked a little bit at higher temperature. About 400. But still, there's no distinct wood flavor to it or smokiness really that I can detect. Let's try the burger. Same there. I mean, it's delicious, but you can tell it's cooked on charcoal, but it's not like you cooked it on a campfire or something like that. So The B&B did really good. It's a little hotter, it's a little smaller, so a lot more surface area going on there, a little harder to regulate than the last one we did, which was the Fogo. So, but the cook went off great, no issues other than, you know, it got a little hotter and it took a little less time to do it. Alright, so we showed you in the very first part of this video that some of these chunks were pretty big, and so we'll spread them out there a little bit. Let's go ahead, get our setup exactly the same way as we did with all the other lump charcoal, the other two kinds. Get that set up there, lid on her. I got on the stand right here. And I'm gonna choke it off. So with this cowboy lump, there is a distinct odor that it puts off when it's burning. And for me, it's not necessarily a wood flavor or wood smell, but it is very distinct, kind of that lump flavor. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a sharp smell that it puts off. So I'm interested to see how that's going to impart anything into the chicken and the burger we're going to put on in a minute. So our grill is back up to temp, and I'm going to go ahead and put on our chicken thigh on indirect with the cowboy lump. Same setup as we've had for everyone else. So just like all the other cooks, we're gonna go ahead and open it up, see how fast it recovers. I'm gonna bring that chicken back over onto some direct heat, try to crisp up the skin. Cook. This cowboy lump is definitely the hottest at this point. After about 35 minutes of indirect cooking, as soon as I took that lid off, it recovered very quickly, and it's got the hottest because of those large pieces. Wow, it looks awesome. The chicken there was very juicy, by the way. That was very good. Yeah, I mentioned that little odor that cowboy lump puts off after my burger. the burger not, you know, there's hardly any kind of smoky flavor to it. Chicken though does have a little bit of wood flavor. So of the 3 different types of lump charcoal that we tested tonight, probably the Cowboy lump gives the most wood flavor in the chicken. Now, none of them really had time to give much of a wood flavor to the burger. It's short, very short cook time. But the Cowboy lump did put a little bit better wood flavor into the chicken. So it's on there about 30-35 minutes. We ran about 375 to 400 on all these cooks. The Cowboy lump was very also easy to regulate the temperature. The only one that tried to go a little bit crazy on us with was the B&B, just because of smaller size coals.